Welcome back to the next Gibbon tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to prepare for the skiing season with the slack rack. I am Leon and I'm skiing and snowboarding since I'm 3 years old, and right now I'm studying at the German Sports University, so I know how important preparation is to not get injured on your knees, your ankles or wherever, and to get back to your level from the last season even earlier, or even to surpass your level. I personally love to prepare myself because for me it's getting into the mood, dreaming about tricks I want to learn or about the fresh slopes and the best powder you could wish for. And yeah, that's my motivation to work my ass off before driving to the mountains. But without fun, you can lose this motivation pretty easily. So that's where the slack rack helps me a lot. Besides that, slacklining gives you a lot of balance, which is super important for your flow and your weight distribution on the skis. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Yeah, but to get started, we don't want the couch, we want the slack rack. That's way better. Before we start with the first exercise, I would advise you to just step on the line and walk from one end to the other to get a feeling for the line, a feeling for your own body and for your balance, because then your exercises will get more efficient and it's just a fun way to start. If you're not used to walk on the line, I've got 2 tips for you. First, focus on a point at the end of the line. Second, straighten your upper body and be calm. Most of the compensatory movements should be made with your arms. Try to cross the line at least 2 times in a row. To explain this kind of workout, how many reps you want to do depends on how fit you are. I'm just giving you an orientation. And I like to do these exercises in a circle of 2 or 3 rounds. Okay, fun time is over. We are gonna get to the first real exercise. It's called the jogger. You're putting one foot on the line and step up. Try to push as hard as you can. Change the feet in the air. Land with the other foot on the line. And yeah, just remember to position your chest bone over the line and keep it fast. Let's go. This task helps you to stabilize your leg axis, which is super important so your knee doesn't twist while you're doing turns. Plus, it's an alternate movement. Either try to do 25 jumps per side or try to jump at least 30 seconds. The second exercise is split up in 3 degrees of difficulties, and we're gonna start with squats. Who doesn't love them? Probably everybody did them already, but due to the unstable slackline, they are more intense. So starting with the normal squats, it's a myth that you shouldn't go deeper than 90 degrees, especially on the slackline. Because here, the slackline allows your ankle to use more of the knee's range of motion. You can also use a ski pole for support, but try to put as little weight onto it as possible. 20 to 30 reps would be suited. In the second step, we are going to use the self-induced vibration function of the slackline, and the more muscle mass is contracted, the more it shakes. By triggering your own muscle tremor, the slackline starts to vibrate and thereby activates the stabilizing muscles of the joints. This prevents injuries and saves energy for the actual movement. On top of that, you have more muscle contractions of the global muscle, which leads to more efficient training. Stand on the line with your heel. Well, not exactly, but closer to the heel than the forefoot. Everybody has their own position in which the line vibrates the most and is the most challenging. Try to find it. 40 seconds can already be enough. Now, the third step for our hardliners. We are going to do a 1-leg pistol squat. I only advise you to do it if you're confident with your legs and if you don't have any problems with your knees. Try to find balance and just go for the squat. In my opinion, what makes this exercise special is that you only have one fixed point on the line, and it's a real power move. That's why 3 to 4 on each side should be enough. The third exercise is for all the short turn lovers out there, because it really challenges your abs and your hip flexors. This exercise involves your whole body. Try to absorb the energy coming from the line through your body. You could compare the movement with a spring, always under tension and bouncing in a rhythm. Try to put your feet gently on the ground and not like you're trying to kill a spider. That saves energy and shows if you have enough body tension. I do 15 bounces on each side because I really hate this exercise, but it's good. The next exercise is called Star Excursion. Putting 6 pads in the shape of a star on the ground will help you orientate yourself. And yeah, you just stand on the line with one foot and try to touch the pads with the other one. If that's too hard for you, just use a pole to simplify the exercise. It helps to orientate and direct your toes to one point and not just dropping your weight on the ground. Also, execute these movements slowly and controlled. Here you also have some special effects. On the line, you have to reach deeper than on the ground. It also helps to control and stabilize your knee axis. Try to go around the clock at least 2 times per leg. Without the stick, it's even harder. Your movements must be really controlled. Your weight has to be shifted even further. But that's part of the fun. And if you want to make this exercise even more difficult, just put the pads further away. The fifth exercise is for all the playful apes out there. We want to focus on your focus and changing situations while you're balancing. That's why you have to catch something while you're balancing on the line. This one is really playful. Just try to stay on the line and split your focus between the line and the action. When you're skiing, it's the same. There's so much happening around you. Other people skiing, different snow conditions, or just ice. So your focus can't be 100% on your balance and weight distribution. That has to be kind of automatically. Just do it as long as you want. If you're alone, you could also try this with a ski pole or try to juggle. You will find an alternative. Back on destroying our core with some simple crunches, but they are getting really intense by just laying on the slackline. And here we also got 2 different degrees of difficulties. Position your spine along the line. With your arms you can also touch the ground to calm your upper body. You will realize that the line creates instability. That's why you have to activate your hip muscles while your legs are moving. If you do the same exercise on the ground, you can cheat more and the exercise is not half as effective. This one is even harder. Hold the position and just do rounds with your legs. You will realize that you need a lot of strength to maintain your core on the line and the hips stable. Really watch out to not get into hollow back. Burning legs are today's mission. And this time your gluteus maximus, or you could say your butt, is in focus. And we are getting faster with each round, so here goes round number 1. Stand sideways on the line. Try to find a rhythm and try to put all your weight onto one leg. It helps you to train your point stabilization, which is super important if you want to stiffen your legs in a particular situation, even if you're in motion. By getting faster, your rhythm is more important, just like for your ski turns. To get a flow and a beautiful line, you must have a rhythm in your turns. The last exercise is going to get your whole body involved because we are going to do diagonal planks. This exercise really tickles the last strength out of me because you have to tension your whole body to balance on the line. It's actually easier than it looks, but still pretty exhausting.
Yeah, I'm really exhausted by this workout.
That's it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the workout. I did, even though it was pretty exhausting. Yeah, don't get injured. Have some beautiful days in the mountains. And yeah, like and subscribe. Don't be afraid to ask anything in the comments. And that's it from me. See ya!